All right, so caught in traffic. So, I just want to get a few minutes of your time right now because I really want to hear your story. And obviously, you're into the 90-day challenge. You applied to get in. You interviewed. We liked you. We liked your market. We like everything about this. And really, what I want to do is I kind of want to hear your story of kind of where your business is at right now. Obviously, we know where it's going and how it's going to be set up and everything like that. But kind of what led you to this point? What does your business look like right now, and what has it done into the past?
Okay, pretty much what I have done is that I bought your program Deal Magnet and Buyers on Fire, and I've been doing the networking with the lawyers. It hasn't gone that well. I got an in-person meeting with one. The guy really liked me. He told me he was going to help me get deals in exchange for me to get him clients for his firm because he's the owner of the firm. And so far, in the end, I've been following up, but so far I haven't got anything. The only thing that's the closest thing to a deal that I almost got through that method was an apartment that one of the lawyers was trying to get rid of. I scheduled a meeting to see the apartment, but it had squatters. So this was last week, so we have to reschedule, but I haven't heard back from them yet. I also tried doing the bandit signs. That was a terrible idea. Here in Miami, it just didn't work. It was a waste of money and time. And I also tried doing direct marketing. I done one campaign through leads I got in the past through ListSource. It was a waste of money.
What list was it?
It was an absentee list.
Okay.
And then what I did is that through one of your programs, I started finding out about Atom data. So I bought a list from them. It was I have it right here. I have here the name of the list. Give me a quick second. Let me find it. It was a pre-foreclosure and absentee list. Now it was pre-foreclosure list. I bought off of them, and I also went to listability, like you said, and I got a divorce list from there.
Gotcha. Dude, number one, I already knew that you were in the right place anyways, for where you're kind of wanting to take your business, but really your missing piece was you needed a coach.
Exactly.
You needed a coach that's already been there. You needed a coach because here's the thing, man, like you can buy products all day long, and it takes a special person to go out there and execute and know exactly what to do in every single situation or whatnot. And that's really what your missing piece is. Your missing piece is the actual coach side of it. That's going to hold you accountable. That's going to be like, okay, so you met with this probate attorney, and now what do I do? Okay, perfect. So he said this, how do I do this? That's exactly the part of this that you're missing, which is what we kind of knew going into this. So I'm pretty pumped about that, man. I'm pretty pumped about that.
John, if you're pumped, imagine just how pumped I am.
Tell me how pumped, man.
I have no idea. I'm crazy out of my mind. I really want to make this happen. I'm crazy. Whatever you say, it's like if God said it, I'll do it. I'll take action on it. I just want to win. That's all.
That's it.
I want to be your biggest success story.
Perfect. So, dude, let me tell you this, man. Or let me ask you this. What do you think your number one biggest problem has been in your business?
Finding deals.
Okay. Talk to me more about that. Finding deals and, striking out a lot. Sellers' behaviors are probably different.
Pretty much is that, like, I live in Miami. I have this feeling that there's just so much competition here because I hear out of friends and out of people that there's lots of people with lots of cash wholesaling. So I think that a part of me, even though it's a big pond, I feel like there's nothing left. That everything is that for me to win this game, I need to have someone that, like you, that has a system that is like in its own level in order to be able to compete with other people. Because just throwing the rod out there in the pond, it's not going to work, especially for a novice like me. I need someone that understands the game. And like, I mean, your success story is just crazy. You were in debt. Then you started $1 million business by being like, you were heavily in debt and you made it. So
Yeah.
I think that you're the only, and I looked through so many wholesalers and through YouTube that supposedly they know what they're doing, but I really do not know no one that really took it to a level that you did and made it such a systemized approach that it's just crazy. It's brilliant. Absolutely
So
brilliant.
is that what you want your main strategy to be, is wholesaling?
No, I want to start. I want to do that as a stepping stone and probably get into flipping and just buying rental property in the future. Okay. But I think wholesaling is a great way to start. So that's where.
So you made a comment of, having so much competition there in Miami, et cetera, and not being able to find deals. Here's the truth, man. The truth is that, trust me, there is plenty of deals in that area. And I will show you that when you get into this challenge. You're just fishing in the wrong ponds. That's it. You're just fishing in the wrong ponds. You're fishing in ponds that have water. Water's a little low. There's not that many fish in there, and there's a lot of other people with their poles in the water. But we're going to take you to a completely different pond, okay? And I'm going to hold your hand through that pond and show you how to fish in those ponds and use the right bait in order to make that happen with that. So your number one problem in your business is you can't find deals, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, with having that, with going out there and buying courses, not being able to find deals, how has that made you felt in the past?
Like I'm losing money.
Because you are.
Yeah, I mean, because I am losing money, and it gets to a point that I already put like into building the LLC and buying leads. I probably already spent over $2,000 so far. So it gets to a point that I'm already scared of, should I keep investing money into this type of thing or just do something else?
Yeah. And that's what the problem is, man. Honestly, dude, that is the problem with real estate investors. And, how many gurus are you actually subscribed to on your email list or whatever?
I follow like 3 to 4 online. I mean, through YouTube.
Okay.
But to be honest, the person that has followed the most, and I agreed to actually pay they do the 90-day challenge, was with you, because you just gave me a feeling that you had something that the others did not, like the winning edge.
Yep.
So I just decided to trust you.
Yeah, we are. We do. So here's the problem. The problem is that so many investors, they'll go over there and they'll try this. They don't have instant luck with that. Then they'll try that, didn't have instant luck with that. Then they'll try that, didn't have instant, success with that. Then they'll try that, And then at the end of the day, they're all over the place. And then they're, your mind right now probably a little bit is, you're probably a little confused. Well, what does work? That's probably where you're at.
Yeah.
Because you've dabbled in, you've tried here, you're like, oh my gosh, the competition is everywhere. But at the end of the day, you're like, well, what does work? What does work, is really what it comes down to. So, Nick, why did you jump all into this challenge?
Because I knew that even though I would have to go through pain to achieve the goal, I knew something told me that this challenge was my last shot into actually making it, not big time, but at least like having a good income through wholesaling or building like a lifestyle. Something told me that this was my last chance, that I was going to try it one last time, but through this way, like with a coach, and see how it goes.
Gotcha. So do you know how many people have applied for the challenge?
No idea.
Close to 500 now.
No
500 people wanted to be right there into your spot, and you were, I believe, the second one that we accepted into this.
That's crazy.
We're only going to be taking 100 people. Yeah, you are. I mean, we're only going to be taking 100 people. I mean, clearly, we're sifting and sorting, trying to find really the real people out of those 500 that will go all in with themselves, that will go all in with us, that will, do anything and everything that it takes to be successful. That's what we're looking for, and that's you. That is you to a T. because so many people, there's a lot of dreamers out there, man. I mean, there's a lot of dreamers that want to buy a lot of education or whatnot and never do anything with it. I'm here to do deals. I'm here to do deals with you and to make you successful, because when you get paid, I get paid. And that's exactly what this is all about. So, do you happen to know right off the top of your head, because obviously we're going to build you a custom playbook. We're going to give you a resource center, for that playbook. We're going to go out there and coach you. We're going to give you systems and software and everything else. But do you happen to know what 2 lead strategies that you actually want to focus on during the challenge?
To be honest, I don't know, because for sure I know I don't want to do bandit signs. I find that a waste of time. I think that if I actually have some guidance, I think direct mail might be a good one, because I mean, I'm not sure, because I'm in a crossroads. Let me explain it to you. At one point, I feel like you don't have no edge, because everyone has access to Atom data and list source or whatever. So I feel like that's maybe a waste of time. I don't know what your personal opinion is, because all wholesalers in Miami know about them. So I don't really know how to stand out. So you tell me. And other than that, I don't know what to do. I'm pretty much like, I'm lost.
And that's fair. Here's exactly what's going to happen, okay? You've applied. You've got accepted into the challenge. Here's what's going to happen from here. We're still about, 2 weeks away from actually kicking off and getting started into this thing? So we're going to get started here on the 2nd of January, and we're going to go all the way to the 2nd of April. The very first thing that I'm going to have you do, and I'm going to have you do this a couple of days before the actual challenge starts. So at the end of December, what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you take a personality test, okay? That's the first thing that I'm going to need you to do, is I'm going to need you to take a personality test. Now, this is all done inside of our software. You're literally going to log in there, and it's going to have a Start Here button right there, and it's going to take you through the whole entire process. But that Start Here button, okay, just understand, I'm going to give you a personality test. Now, has anybody ever given you a personality test that has, you've invested into a course with them, and have they ever given you a personality test before you bought the course?
No.
People don't do that. I'm here to do deals with you. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to give you a personality test, and we're going to take the results from that personality test. And then what we're going to do is, based upon your results, then we're going to go out there and say, hey, here's 10 to 15 different lead strategies that you could do. Okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to mark that down to 2. Okay? So there's going to be 10 to 15, and you're going to pick 2, just 2 of those. Okay, and then you're going to read all about it, exactly what you would be doing if you were doing bandit signs, exactly what you would be doing if you were doing direct mail, exactly what you would be doing if you picked probate, depending on your personality. I don't know what it's going to be. And then what's going to happen, you're going to pick 2 of those, and then I'm going to get to work. Okay, I'm going to get to work. I'm going to build you a custom playbook built around those 2 strategies. Okay, so it's going to be built around those 2 strategies. And that's all you're going to focus on for these 90 days. You're not going to go out there, like if your strategies are direct mail and probate, you are not going to be doing anything else. You're not going to be thinking about bringing in deals from the MLS. You're not going to be thinking about going out there and bringing in deals from bandit signs or nothing. I mean, I'm going to keep you here working on your 2 strategies and being a master at those 2 strategies, not just good at them. Okay, I'm going to have you be a master at those in the next 90 days, to where you know anything and everything about those things. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is, once I build you that custom playbook, and you're going to get this delivered right before the challenge starts, is I'm also going to build you a custom resource center. So think about it like this. Your custom playbook is, hey, here's what you need to do. Okay, day by day. Here's what you need to do. Now, the resource centers, it works hand in hand with the playbook. Here's what you need to do. The resource center tells you how to do it. Okay? Playbook tells you to do this. Go out there and get this list. The resource center goes out there and says, hey, here's how you get the list. Here's those resources that you need. That's the way that this thing works. So you're only going to be focusing on 2 different strategies. I'm going to build you a custom playbook for those 2 strategies. And then I'm going to build you a custom resource center that works hand in hand with that resource or with that playbook. And then what we're going to do is you're going to get on group coaching calls with us every single week. Okay?
Okay.
Every single week. And we're going to be taking a look at people's businesses. We're going to be ripping people's businesses apart. And we're going to make sure that in the next week we have a better understanding of what happened in the past week so that we can go out there and execute stronger in the next week. So that, and we do that every single week so that you're not remaining stuck. Okay. So that you're not staying stuck, so that you can keep moving forward rather than just staying stuck, staying lost, etc. Okay. Does that make sense?
Amazing. Yeah, I know.
Now I'm going to take it one step further. Do you have a job?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to send you, some dates in February. This is something that we don't even publicize with this. But what we're also going to do, okay, is, and this just comes with the challenge, because this is how serious we are about getting you do deals. All of the challengers are going to be coming here to Dayton, Ohio at the 30-day mark. Okay? Mm-hmm. And we call this a course correct. So this is where all the challengers will get into a room here in Dayton, Ohio, and this is where we kind of war game. All right, so we're 30 days in. Where do we need to pivot? What do we need to do from here to make the next 60 days of this challenge absolutely crush? Do we need to do this? Do we need to do that? Where do we need to go? Where do we need to pivot? Number one, they're fun. Number two, they're very, very helpful because, dude, we're here to do deals. We're here to do deals. So we want to make sure that not only are you getting on those coaching calls every single week and that you're moving forward, but getting live here in Dayton, Ohio, to where we could actually go out there and course correct. You know, John, this is what I'm seeing in my market. Somebody over there, from Seattle is like, well, this is what I'm seeing in my market. And then we game plan it together and we just absolutely dominate the next 60 days. So we're going to do that. We're going to do that 30 days into this. So then we do coaching calls every single week. Okay. So we do coaching calls every single week at the same times, every single week. And we'll discuss that when we get closer to that challenge. That's why people successful. That's exactly why people successful, because we go all in with you. And that's why, man, truthfully, that's why we have an application process. That's why we have an interview process to see if we even like the people, see if they'll go all in with themselves, see if they'll go all in with us, so that we can go all in with them. So congratulations, number one, for getting in. Is there anything that, while you got me on the line here, is there anything that I can answer for you while I'm on here? Any questions or anything?
Any questions? I was going to ask you, when you do direct mail, do you have everything handwritten, or do you think like click mail or do those type of mail actually work?
We do both. So we do both. It just depends. So in our system, in a playbook that I'll write you, we'll talk all about this. But see, here's what we'll do is we'll find if you choose direct mail. I don't even know if direct mail will be your strategy based upon your personality. I don't know. But basically what we're going to do is, if direct mail is your strategy, the people we're going to find people right into your area that are in good locations that need to sell their property, not want to sell, they need to sell their property. And they might have 3 levels of motivation to sell, meaning that they might be an absentee owner that has a vacant property that is behind on their property tax. That's 3 levels of motivation right there. Absentee owner, vacant, and behind on their property tax. 3 levels of motivation. For somebody like that we know needs to sell their property, we will do more handwritten type stuff with them. It's not going to be that many people, but we'll do more manual labor stuff with them.
Okay.
For the rest of the people, then yeah, we'll do like mass stuff to them. But we'll pay attention. You will pay attention to the people that you need to pay attention to based upon that. If you chose direct mail in that, I don't know if you will. But if you did that, that's what.
2 more questions. I got 2 more questions for you now that I have you online. Number 2, do you think that Miami is actually, there's deals left? I feel like there's just too much that they have, like the demand that there was for selling their houses. I think it's already covered. I just feel like there's just too much competition. Do you think I'm being paranoid, or do you think I'm right?
You're just lost right now, man. You're just lost right now. You've literally stepped up to the plate and you've swung and missed a few times, and you're just discouraged. There's tons of deals there. Tons of deals there. You're just a little bit confused right now.
I'm glad to hear that. That's really. And my last question: in your personal experience, what has been the two methods that work best for you, as John?
Oh man, that is a loaded question. Here's the thing, man. I'll tell you this: that any strategy that we do about 15 different strategies inside of the challenge. Any and all of them work. Okay, any and all of them work. And it depends. I mean, I'm the type of person though that my personality is I'm extroverted, but then I'm introverted as well. I'm like right on the middle, man. Like there's days where I'll go up to anybody. Hey, how the hell are you? I'm John. And then there's days where I'm just like, man, human beings, get away from me. I don't want nothing to do with you guys. So, I mean, it just depends. I love direct mail. I love direct mail a lot. And I also love probate. I love direct mail. I love probate. But then there's some online stuff that I like as well. I used to like HUD very, very much. I loved HUD because I could sit behind the screen and bring in deals. Can't necessarily do that as much now, but if I had to say what is my absolute favorite, direct mail. And I don't want to steer you. Just understand that. I don't want to steer you, but the reason is because I like to write copy. I like to hook the sellers and stuff like that. And I like to get them to respond to it. And I like to track the numbers, quite honestly. I like to send a piece of direct mail out, send, 500 pieces out, and then how many calls, what is my percentage that I of people that actually called me? How many of those people actually turned into appointments? How many turned into contracts? What did it cost me to actually get an appointment? What did it cost me to get an actual contract on the deal? And I love tracking those numbers. So if I had to pick one, that would probably be my favorite.
Okay, perfect. Got it.
So, any other questions?
What can I do now in order to be prepared, or what can I do now in order to be more prepared for the challenge, or what would you do if you were me?
Great question. I'll tell you what I would not do is I wouldn't start any type of direct mail campaign. I wouldn't take action on anything that you're currently doing, because I'll tell you that I'm not going to change everything about you. I don't look at this and be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get into this challenge and then he's going to change everything about me, because that's not the truth. Not even close to being the truth. And but at the same time, my whole goal is to make sure that you don't spend that much money to go out there and to acquire deals, to do this in a better way. But for now, man, I would not go out there and really try to kick up existing business at all. And I would try to unlearn everything that you've learned in the past. Come with an open mind, and we're going to be adding you to a Facebook group with all the other challengers that we're bringing into this as well, and just network with them, man. We're bringing in some really, really smart people, really good people, smart people into this thing, and we'll be doing that shortly. So just introduce yourself to them, and hey, this is my name, this is where I'm from. Great guys. They'll end up being family to you for sure. They always
Perfect.
are.
All right, so I'll be with an open mind. I'll be ready.
Yep. Cool, man. All right, dude. Well, this has been great. Gave me a great understanding for you and your business. We're crazy excited to have you on board with this. I know that you're crazy excited as well. And dude, let's not go out there and have a good 90 days. Let's have a great 90 days of 2019. Let's do stuff in 2019 that people just dream about. And let's do that.
I couldn't agree more, John. I'm extremely excited, and we'll make it happen big time.
All right, man.
For sure.
All right, man. Stay close to my emails and whatnot to get this challenge started, and then we'll be talking to you soon.
Perfect. Great to meet you, John. Thank you so much.
Yep. See you, man.
Bye-bye.
Yep.